So up next, the candidates head west for the Nevada caucus on February 22nd. A week later, attention shifts to the South, where South Carolina holds its primary. And joining me now to break down what we can expect moving forward is our political analyst, Jon Keller. Early polling out of Nevada and South Carolina shows that obviously they could deliver very different results from what we saw in Iowa and New Hampshire, dramatically different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think Joe Biden's going to be in first place in Nevada come the 22nd, you might want to hedge that bet. The dynamic of these early primaries historically has been that things can change. In 2008, for instance, as you see the rest of the polling out there in Nevada, in 2008, Barack Obama was trailing Hillary Clinton by 25 points among African Americans in South Carolina prior to the Iowa caucuses. Apparently, black voters didn't believe a black man could win. He proved he could in Iowa. The next polling out of South Carolina showed him up by 25 points.
Right.
That's how quickly things can turn.
And once again, we've got Nevada as a caucus, South Carolina as a primary. So when you talk about South Carolina, this is what the Biden campaign really seems to be hanging their hat on.
Yeah, well, you know, again, there is a lot of affection for Biden among black voters in South Carolina and elsewhere. Former President Obama, of course, is still extremely popular there. But again, you know, that's going to change. The interesting thing to me about those numbers in South Carolina is Steyer's strong showing. That is not based on a residual memory of years ago. He's been down there working it hard, pouring money into ads. You know, everybody made such a big fuss about Joe Biden bailing out of New Hampshire early to go down to South Carolina last night. Steyer also left New Hampshire early and was in Nevada. So, you know, that is something that merits watching, definitely, to see if all that investment can hold up for Steyer.
And then after those two, we're right on to Super Tuesday.
Yeah, Super Tuesday. And if you take a look at the map of the Super Tuesday states, I mean, we've got a little bit of everything, but the southern states predominate here.
Right. And you get Texas and California.
You got Texas, Oklahoma, you know, California is obviously a big battleground. That'll be decided congressional district by congressional district. So that could be an interesting mix. But, you know, could Texas and Oklahoma be Liz Warren's last stand, for instance? We'll find out about that. And, of course, far and away the most important state of all, as always, is Massachusetts, right, Paula?
It always comes back to us.
As we go, so goes the entire nation. We're just kidding about that, folks. But it'll be interesting to see what happens here. You'd think Warren would win that, but the outdated polling that I've seen suggests she doesn't have that much of a lead. And Bernie Sanders nearly beat Hillary Clinton here 4 years ago, and this was considered sort of a home state for her.
And Senator Warren didn't have a very good showing in neighboring New Hampshire, so
terrible.
All bets are off her at this point.
Next debate coming up Wednesday night, chance to turn things around.
Jon Keller, thanks so much. And a reminder that for voters here in Massachusetts, if you want to vote in the Massachusetts primary, the deadline to register or change your party affiliation is today. So our primary is included, as Jon mentioned, on Super Tuesday, March 3rd.